All right, so I know some people in my personal life who have had children recently, and they've been female children. And it really got me thinking that when we talk about antinatalism, a lot of the time we think of like the unborn child as like a genderless or sexless kind of being, because we don't know which one it's going to be. And so I had not spent a lot of time thinking about, honestly, just how bad it is to bring like a woman specifically into the world, as opposed to like a generic child or like, in some ways as compared to a man. Different genders, different sexes have their own challenges and their own struggles. And, as a man, there are things that like a woman has not had to go through with the suppression of the emotions and, all that kind of stuff. And, but certainly as a woman, there are a lot of god-awful things that like I am constantly shocked to find out like they go through to a greater extent, so like, for example, just to keep it brief and not go too in depth, the extent to which they get sort of like men coming on to them in random settings, like on the street, like random places, it's a lot higher than I ever would have thought. Also, the extent to which men, starting in their, early, maybe teenage years, like, in different ways, sort of like pull like Joe Biden kind of things where they're just hands are on them and they're, doing that kind of stuff, just pulling like they're pulling the Joe Biden kind of like creepy touching. That's a lot more common than people think as well. This is just like to say nothing of sexual assault, which happens more frequently to women. And this is to say nothing of the discrimination in terms of other things, obviously there are a lot of glass ceilings that have been broken, but also like most, at least in the United States, there's just a lot of ways in which like men still really hold the levers of power and such. I don't need to break all that down for you, I'm sure, but just to me it's like, wow, it's like an unforgivable sin to have a child, but a really, really unforgivable sin to bring a woman here into a world that is so hostile towards them almost. And just, I don't know, I just think it's gross. I think it's sad. And I don't know how people rationalize it. And I guess I'm going to call this a day because I don't have too much more to say about it. But thank you for not breeding. Talk to you in the next one.